Snyder said the fit is terrific. He loves player development. Certainly a nice compliment to this young roster. Snyder's road in the coaching ranks has been a winding one, but he said the adversity he's faced has made him a better coach and a better person. Gentlemen.
His time has come, Doris. All the makings of a great coach. Thank you. Here's Pekovic. Payton drives in. Here's Teletovic. He's got 11. Ginobili on the wing. Rejected by Harris.
Solid job by them on the glass here tonight. +8 in rebounding.
Well, you have to rebound to win, and that's exactly what's happening right now.
Payton can't get it to go. Wizards trailed by 9. Pierce against Harris. Tipped away. Now Ginobili. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Yeah, the defender draped all over. Pretty plain and simple. Got him good there.
The Wizards have shot 70% from the free throw line tonight, 7 for 10.
Around a year ago, they converted about 78% of their free throws as a team, so pretty solid there.
And you can't take those numbers lightly, fellas. I mean, their free throw shooting made a difference for them in a lot of their games last season.
Jose Calderon, who's checked in for Manu Ginobili. And Kanter throws it down. An indication there of why the scoreboard looks like it does. Very passive defense.
But the finish was anything but passive.
No, he hammered that down, Clark. Superb above the rim action.
Here's up top. He's got 8. Here's Teletovic. It's good. This time the assist from Udrih. Teletovic has got 14 points for the game.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
Yeah, in fact, 3 of the last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
Harris dishes to Pekovic. And he finishes it off with a one-handed jam.
How about that? Breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk.
A nice way to pad that lead a little more.
Yeah, you got that right.
Calderon kicks to Gortat. Calderon passes to Gortat. The kick out to Pierce. The shot. Again, the Wizards good for 2. Jazz leading by 6.
Question is, do they go 2 for 1 here?
Can they get a good shot in time? That's the question.
Here's Pekovic. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
Well, now's the time to do it. Keep attacking that rim.
Gortat with the screen for Calderon. To the wing on the left. Here's Teletovic. And so we conclude the first half. It's the Jazz up by 8. We'll take a quick break, then get you back to the action. All right, the second half beginning in just a moment. And the second half about to start here in just a few moments. Wizards trailed by 8. And on the floor for Randy Whitman as we get into the second half. Here's Teletovic out there with Pierce. Then there's Chalmers. Then it's Gortat. And it's Calderon in the 2-guard. And Pierce, here we go. Shot clock at 5. The high post shot. Teletovic misses.
And are they ever working inside? Good job on the glass.
Excellent job on the glass, Steve. I agree. I mean, they're battling in there. They're fighting, they're scrapping, they're clawing, and they're getting the job done.
Here's Pekovic.
You know, he can be a little awkward with the ball sometimes when it's in his hands, but not that time.
Why do you think it is we don't see more of those out of him, Steve?
I don't know. I mean, he's certainly got the size. He just lacks the confidence, I think, sometimes near the basket.
Pekovic again, Gortat. And the shot is good. Gortat's got 6 points. Utah leading by 8. Washington's turnaround last year was in part in how they played on the road.
Yeah, they went from being a joke on the road, a non-factor really in 2013, to one of the better road teams in 2014. As a matter of fact, in the playoffs, they blitzed the Bulls on the road in that first round series.
Good point. And Pierce, here we go. Great D that time from Pekovic.
Pretty good defense there. I mean, that's a shot that he can make, but they really challenged him.
Pekovic with the screen for Dang. And Gortat over to help. Jazz passing it around. Dang dishes to Lawson. And Utah again with the bucket.
A big 15-win difference for the Wizards on the road between 2013 and how they ended last year. It really was the catalyst for them getting into the playoffs.
The three from Chalmers. Rebounded by Pekovic.
And they've been off target now on 3 of the first 4 shots they've taken in this second half.
Lawson outside. Feeds it to Dang. Dishes to Pekovic. Pass to Favors. Over in the corner, Lamb. The baseline J off the mark.
And in the playoffs, you saw how good Washington can be on the road, as the Wizards were able to go into Chicago to get wins in that series, as well as take road wins away from Indiana.
Here's Teletovic. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line. They get Derek Favors. Well, the Jazz are 2 young, talented big men in Derek Favors and Enes Kanter. The question has been, can they play together?
I think you've got to give it more time to see if, in fact, they can play together, because ideally they would be a formidable duo, particularly at the defensive end and on the glass. And you don't want to give up on that possibility at this point in time. In today's NBA, you got to have some spacing to be effective, so you got to add some shooting if those 2 guys are going to be effective together.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Shooting for Utah.
The guy's Enes Kanter, Bill, coming into the NBA as a player who could score inside and out. He's still looking for consistency in his jump shot. If he can hit the mid-range jumper consistently, that should help him and Favors share time on the court.
Tobias Harris is checked in for Utah. Burks comes in for Jeremy Lamb. Chris Bosh is checked in for Washington. Ginobili comes in for Mario Chalmers. Bosh kicks to Ginobili. Basket is good. The assist from Bosh.
And for the Jazz, as last season wore on, more and more they started alternating Favors and Kanter to minimize their court time together. That wasn't the initial idea. They were actually hoping to be able to play those guys together, and I still think they've got to continue to try to pursue that goal. We'll see if they can mesh better on the court with the passing of time. Well, a pick was set at the perfect angle on the floor, and he used it nicely.
Well, that's a play we may see from them a few more times.
Why not? I mean, when it works, you go back to it. They can stop you. Well, an 8-rebound advantage like the one they have now is always going to swing the score hard in that team's direction.
And that's certainly been the case today. Their rebounding has made a huge difference.
Watson the pass to Harris. Ginobili with the steal. And now Calderon pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Now that's a momentum shifter there. A steal leading straight to a quick bucket.
Yeah, great way to capitalize on the turnover. Can't waste any time. Get the ball up the floor.
Watson kicks to Burks. Doubled by Bosh. Here's Whiteside. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with two hands on the stuff.
Nothing extravagant about it, but there didn't need to be.
Ginobili right side. He dishes it to Teletovic. Just 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Ginobili. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
A different look for Utah. Dennis Kanter comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Payton in for Ty Lawson. Here's Payton. Washington with the rebound.
That was not pretty there. You got to make that one, but maybe that's not his range.
It's Ginobili with the drive. Pierce with a wide open look. That falls. Nice feed this time from Jose Calderon.
That's like a layup for him. He's just wide open out there.
Now here's Payton. He's had some playing time, but no scoring yet from him. Another miss by Utah. Wizards trailed by 7. Ginobili kicks to Teletovic. And here's Calderon. Kicks it out to Ginobili. And again, Washington with the triple.
I'm not sure who was supposed to pick him up, but somebody's going to get an earful from the coach for leaving him that wide open. Well, Jose Calderon, a huge boost offensively at point guard. He's a terrific floor general, sets up his teammates nicely, takes good care of the ball, and he's a top-tier marksman. In the NBA, we call those guys lasers. He can do it off the bounce or spotting up.
Washington's gone 6 of 14 with the 3-ball tonight, just a little over 40%. Pierce kicks to Teletovic. Takes a 3. Here's Bosch. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. Bosch has got 6 points.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
Utah calls timeout.
Utah was such a fixture in the playoffs for so many years, almost decades it seems, but recently they've not been that kind of a team, and the work is cut out for this franchise to get back to being a playoff team.
Jazz making a change here. Pekovic is checked in. And the Wizards making a change here. Jazz leading by 4.
And for the Jazz and their outlook, they did have some flashes of brilliance to build on, but it won't be an easy turnaround.
Well, for the Jazz, Clark, it's going to be about being patient, continuing to grow as a team. I guess most observers would think.
No, without question. They just have to take it in small steps. Incrementally is the only way it gets done right when you're building a foundation with young, talented players. Nobody goes from worst to first in a conference in one season.
Ginobili dishes to Bosch. Back to Ginobili. From outside the arc. They get it back. Out to the right wing. Now here's Calderon. D right on him. Up again. It's good on the putback. And it's 8 points for Marcin Gortat.
Nice tip in. He just seems to have a sense of where the ball's going to end up.
Burks the pass to Payton. Looking for Pekovic. He gets it there. There's the killer two-handed slam. There it is, guys. That Olay defense. Just watching him go, Clark, right by.
I think we might be seeing which team is ready to take control of this game.
Yeah, that's a dunk that could absolutely get them going. I agree, Clark.
Ginobili kicks to Calderon. 6 to shoot. outside